Zaid. Assalamualaikum. Zaid, I cannot hear you. Check, check. Can you say something? Okay, now I can hear you. Okay, Nabila is here and Taro is also here.
Hi, Miss Tati.
Hi, Nabila. Ah, there you go. Assalamualaikum. Hi, Alena. Assalamualaikum.
Hi, Miss Tati.
Yeah, Alena is busy with her headphone. Okay. So, Taro is here now. Hi, Taro.
Hi, Miss.
So thank you so much, Taro, Nabila, and Alena for completing your task. Zaid, you didn't complete your before Zoom task. Check, check. We're going to check this one out. Oh, I forgot. Okay. So there you go. What's question number 2 again?
Where was he from?
Where was he from? Thank you, Nabila.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. There you go. How about question number 3?
Which race he did he run?
Which race he did run or which race did he run?
Which race did he run?
There you go. Which race did he run? Okay. And the answer is? Which race?
The answer is marathon.
Marathon. Okay, there you go. Marathon. And then question number 4.
How many did medals?
How many?
How many medals did he win?
How many Olympic medals did he win? Okay, so how many?
2 Olympic gold medals.
2 Olympic gold medals. And then the last one?
When did he die?
When did he die? Excellent.
When did he die?
In?
1973.
In 1973. Well done, everybody. So for the past, yesterday, we already talked about Olympic Games. Okay. Now this year, I hope it will be done. I hope, inshallah. The Tokyo Olympic Games is going to be held later. So this year we have Tokyo Olympic Games, inshallah. So before we watch Tokyo Olympic Games, how about knowing about the first Olympic Games? When do you think the first Olympic Games was held? I'm going to give 3 choices. When was the first Olympic Games? 1, 3,000 years ago. 2, 1,000 years ago. Or 3, 100 years ago. Kapan Olimpiade pertama dilaksanakan? 3,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago, or 100 years ago? Hi, Brian.
100 years ago.
Taro said 100 years ago. How about the others? Alena? Nabila, Zaid, Brian. 3,000, 1,000, 100.
3,000 years ago.
1,000 years ago, according to Zaid. Brian, Nabila, Alena is gone.
100 years ago.
100 years ago. Now Zaid changed his answers, just like Taro. Okay. Brian and Nabila?
3,000
years ago. So Brian said 3,000 years ago. Nabila?
100 years ago.
100 years ago. Oh, 100 years ago, 3 people.
Oh.
Taro, Nabila, Zaid.
No, my hair.
How about Alena? How many years ago? 3,000, 1,000, 100.
3,000.
3,000 years ago. Okay, then. Now we're going to watch a short film about Olympic Games. Okay. Hang on a second. If you cannot hear the sound, please tell me, okay? But if you can hear the sound, just do the thumb up. Just give me a thumb if you hear the sound.
Thousands of years in the making, what began as part of a religious festival honoring the Greek god Zeus in the rural Greek town of Olympia has today become the greatest show of sporting excellence on Earth. The inception date in 776 BC became the basis for the Greeks' earliest calendar, where time was marked in 4-year increments called Olympiads. What could it be? Why, it's the Olympic Games, of course. Competition fosters excellence, or so thought the ancient Greeks. In addition to sporting events, contests were held for music, singing, and poetry. You can read about them all yourself in classical literary works like Homer's Iliad and Virgil's Aeneid. Even mythical heroes appreciate a good contest every now and then, wouldn't you say? For the first 13 games, the ancient Greek Olympics featured just one event, the 200-yard dash. But over time, new, exciting contests like boxing, chariot and mule racing, and even a foot race where the competitors wore a full suit of armor enticed many hopeful champions into the Olympic Stadium. The combined running, jumping, wrestling, javelin throwing, and hurling the discus event known as the pentathlon inspired world-class competition. And the pancration, a no-holds-barred fight where only biting and eye gouging were prohibited, ensured the toughest men were victorious. And victorious they were. Nobody tops the local baker Coroebus, who in 776 BC became the very first Olympic champion. And we'll never forget Orsippus of Megara, the 720 BC Olympic victor who tore away his loincloth so he could race unimpeded, inaugurating the ancient Greek tradition of competing in the nude. Now there's a winning streak, if ever we've seen one. But all good things must end. In 391 AD, the Christian Roman Emperor Theodosius banned pagan practices, so the world soon bid a fond farewell to the Olympic Games. But just like those early pancration athletes, you can't keep a good one down. And 1,500 years later, in 1896, the modern Olympic Games kicked off in Athens, Greece. Today, the Summer and Winter Olympics bring international world-class athletes together by the thousands, uniting fans by the billions for the world's foremost sporting competition. Citius, Altius, Fortius, 3 cheers for the Olympics.
There you go. So, up, hang on. My screen is frozen. Okay, now. Did the first Olympic happen? Oh, Alena is eating. Did the first Olympic happen 3,000 years ago or 100 years ago? Now you get to choose again.
100 years ago.
still 100 years ago, Taro said. The others, do you change your answers? No or yes? No, Alena 3000, Nabila 100, Brian 3000, Zaid 100. Okay. What was the first event in the Olympic?
100,000. 100,000.
What was the first event in the Olympic?
Marathon.
Running.
Running. There you go.
Marathon.
They have running as the first event. Now we're going to check our book to check our guesses. So everyone, please open your student book to page 50. Oh, 50, sorry. 75. Page 75. Now let's check your answer. When was the first Olympic? 100 years ago or 3,000 years ago?
3,000 years ago.
3,000 years ago. There you go. Okay. And there was only one event, a short race or running. Now, when was the first modern Olympics? You can find it in your book. When was the first modern Olympics? Did you find it? This is what skimming is about. Ini namanya baca cepat. Kalian mencari informasi. When was the first modern Olympics?
The first in 1896.
There you go. In 18?
1896. In
1896. So 1896. So sorry. Okay. The next one. Where was the first Olympic Games? Where was the first Olympics? Sorry.
Asian.
Ancient
Greece.
In ancient Greece. Thank you. In ancient Greece. Or in Indonesian, we call it Yunani Kuno. Okay.
Yunani Kuno.
Now the next one. When was the London Olympics? The London Olympics. When was it?
2011.
2011 or 2012? 2012. There you go. In London, 2012. Okay. The next one. How many events did the first Olympic have?
43 events.
The first Olympic, not the first modern Olympics. The first Olympics.
Discuss.
How many events did the first Olympics have?
One event.
What event? There you go. There was only one event.
One event.
How about the first modern Olympics? How many events?
14.
43.
They have
43. 43.
43 events. Got it. 43 events. How many nations competed in London 2012? That it? How many nations competed in London 2012?
104.
100. 100.
There you go. 204 nations. What are, okay, the next one. What are the colors of the Olympic flag?
Gold medals.
Green and red.
Blue. And then?
Blue, yellow,
Yellow.
black, green, and red.
Blue, yellow, black, green, and red. Okay. There you go. Now we are going to read this together. Are you ready? Please turn on your audio, Brian. Ready, Brian?
Okay.
Brian, turn on your, okay.
Yes, miss.
History of the Olympic Games.
Story
Story of the
Olympic
Olympic
Games.
Games.
The first Olympics were in ancient Greece.
The first Olympics were in ancient Greece.
Almost 3,000 years ago.
Almost 3,000
years ago.
There was only one event.
There was only one event.
For even
A short race.
A short race.
And the games finished after one day.
And the game finished after
one day.
They were in a place called Olympia.
They were in a place called Olympia.
That's why the games are called the Olympics.
That's why the games
Where
are called the Olympics.
are called the Olympics.
The first modern Olympics were in Athens.
The first modern Olympics were in Athens,
Greece in 1896.
Greece in
96.
1896.
14 countries competed.
14 countries competed.
And there were 43 events.
And there were 40 events.
Including discus, wrestling, and weightlifting.
Including discus, wrestling, and weightlifting.
The United States won the most gold medals.
The United States won the most gold medals.
The Olympic flag was first used.
The Olympic flag was first used in the Olympics.
In the Olympics in Antwerp, Belgium.
In the Olympics in
Antwerp. In 1920.
In 1920.
There are 5 rings to represent the 5 continents.
There are 5 rings to present the 5 continents.
Each ring is a different color: blue, yellow,
Each ring
black, green, and red.
Each ring is a different color. Yellow, black, green, and red.
At least one of these colors is on every flag in the world.
At least one of these colors is on every flag in the world.
More than 10,000 athletes competed
More than 10,000 athletes competed
in the Olympics in London 2012.
in the Olympics in London 2012.
There were 204 nations.
There were in the London.
The United States won the most gold medals again.
The United States won the most gold medals.
So how many numbers do you see here?
4.
4. And how many people do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4.
How many learners? How many learners?
5.
5. Now we're going to have a quiz, okay? The person who can answer, the learner who can answer the quiz doesn't have to read. Are you ready? Because there are 4 boxes and 5 learners, one person will not read. The quiz is... How many nations competed in the ancient Greece, the modern Olympics, the first modern Olympics? How many nations competed in the first modern Olympics?
Big.
Sorry. Anybody?
43.
43? No way. The first modern Olympics. Which box is that? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
2.
2. You can find the answer in box number 2. How many?
1896.
No. Sorry.
40.
Oh, there you go. Zaid got it. Go, Zaid. How many?
14.
14 nations. So sorry, Nabila. Zaid did it first. So Zaid, you are free from reading. Okay. Others, let's choose. Which number do you want to read? I'll start from Nabila because she answered. Nabila, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one do you want to read?
1.
1. Okay. Taro, which number do you want to read?
3.
3. Alena?
2.
Alena 2. Okay. Brian must be 4 then. Okay, ready? Nabila? Go on, please read number 1.
History of the Olympic Games. First Olympics almost 300 years ago, there was only one event, a short race, and the games finished after one day. They were in a place called Olympia. That's why the games are called the Olympics.
Thank you, Nabila. Alena?
The first modern Olympic were in Athens, Greece in 1896. 14 countries competed and there were 43 events, including discus, wrestling, and weightlifting. The United States won the most gold medals.
Thank you, Alena. Well done. Taro. Taro. Where is Taro now?
The Olympics flag was first used in the Olympic and in and work vacuum in 19 1992
1920.
1920. There
Taro?
each
Ooh,
ring is a different color. Blue, yellow, black, green, and red. At least one this color is on every flag in the world.
thank you. Brian?
Right. More, more, more than 10,000 athletes competed in the Olympics in London 2012. There were 204 nations. The United States won the most gold medals again.
Thank you, Brian. Okay. Now we have some words that we need to review. So everybody, please turn on your audio. How do we say this one?
3,000 years ago.
Got it.
3,000
3,000 years. And then this one?
Finish.
Finished.
Remember, you have to say
Finish.
finished.
Finished.
Finish.
Not finished, but it's like in a break. Direm
Finish.
sedikit. Finished.
Finish.
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 Finished. Oh, well done, Taro.
Finish.
Finished.
Finish. Finished.
There, well done. Don't forget the D, finished. How about this one?
Call.
Call it.
Not call it. The same as finished,
Called.
you say
Called.
called.
Called. Called.
And then this one?
1920.
1920.
1920.
1920.
And then this one?
United States.
The United States. Got it. What country is the United States in Indonesian? Negara apa sih sebenarnya the United States?
United States.
No idea. What country is it?
Now.
Okay. It is actually Amerika Serikat. Okay. So let's say it together one more time. The United States.
The United States.
The United States.
How about Greece? What country is it in Indonesian?
Indonesia.
Dalam bahasa Indonesia, Greece adalah negara.
Kan warna biru. Ini ganti. Aja tetap itu. Ya bisa.
Any idea?
No.
Jadi pro player siapa ini?
Zaid perhaps? What country is Greece in Indonesian? Taro? Nabila? Alena? Right.
No.
Greece is actually Yunani.
I
Okay.
don't know.
Let's say it one more time. Greece.
Greece.
Now this one is easy. What country is Belgium in Indonesian?
Belgium.
Dalam bahasa Indonesia, Belgium adalah negara.
Inggris.
No. It sounds like Belgium.
Belgium.
Belgium is Belgia. Okay. So
Belgia,
those
okay.
are the countries. Now let's check our activity. Ding, 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 ding. If you can, okay, check this one out. If you can complete it first, you won the first prize. There will be a prize for this. So, John, please do it in your book. Circle true or false. Aro, do you have your book with you? No.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, done. Please circle true or false. If you have finished, you can show it to me. The first one and the correct one will
Finish.
Can you show it to me? Okay. Who else has finished? Zaid and Wayne are like, they want to see Nabila's answers.
Yes.
Check your own answers first. Nabila can be right or Nabila can be wrong.
Finish.
Finished? Okay. Wait, let me check. Oh, wait, I cannot. Alena's number 3 answers. Alena, number 3, your finger is closing it. Taro, can you move it closer again? Okay, so Nabila, Taro, no. There are still incorrect ones. Let's check. Zaid, can I see your book? Nabila and Taro, you need to fix your answer. Zaid too, you need to fix your answer. Helena too, you need to fix your answer. Nobody won the first prize yet. Let's go. Nobody won the first prize. Zaid, masih ada yang salah. Silakan dibetulkan.
I know.
I know. Let's go. Okay, let's check. No, so sorry, Nabila. Still no. Okay. I think we got the first winner. The first winner is Taro. Yes. Well done. Taro is our first winner. So sorry, Alena. No. Okay, let's check the correct answers then. Because Taro is the first winner. Taro is going to help me. Taro, please read number 1.
Number 1.
There were.
Okay. Number 1. No. Bikin defense.
Taro, please read number 1. There were.
There eh,
Taro, you
there
need to
were
read.
a lot of events. There were a lot of events in first Asian Olympic Games.
The answer is false.
False.
How many events were there? Friends, you can also answer. How many events were there in the first Asian Olympics?
In the first Asian
43.
43.
No way. First ancient, not first modern.
False is
1896.
1.
1. There was only one event.
1.
Got it. Number 2. Who wants to read number 2? Okay, Nabila, go on.
Athletes from 43 countries compete in the Olympics in 1996.
What's the answer then?
False.
False. How many countries competed? Four.
14 countries.
14 countries. Got it. So it was only 14 countries. Number 3, who wants to read this? Alena, Brian, or Said? Alena, go on.
The United States won the most gold medals in
Number 3, Alena.
1996.
Alena, number 3. There are?
There are 5 things. There are 5 rings on the flag to represent the 5
Continents. True or false, Alena? True. Thank you.
True.
There you go. The last one, who wants to read this? Zaid or Brian?
Nuggets.
Zaid, Brian? Okay. Both of you are going to read it then. Go on, Zaid and Brian together. Number 4.
The United States won the most gold medals in 2018, in 2020, and
The answer is number 4 answer, Taro?
Number 4 answer is true.
True. There you go. So it's FF. True.
True. False, true.
Now this is what we're going to do for our after Zoom task. Find out more. Okay. Google about Indonesia in the Olympic Games. How many medals did Indonesia win in the last Olympics? Which sports did Indonesia win medals in? There you go. So please tell me about Indonesia and the Olympic Games. Okay, you can Google and send your answers to WhatsApp group. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss.